Good evening. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News Now, coming to you from our digital desk. It is election night in the state of Ohio. The polls have been closed for just a little more than an hour, and we're starting to see our first numbers in. It is still early. Don't want you to get your hopes up one way or the other, depending on where you fall on issue 1 and issue 2. This is with about 22% of the estimated vote in. Let's take a look at our early results. When it comes to issue 1, the abortion rights issue, this is a constitutional amendment protecting abortion and other reproductive health issues for women. You can see 61.9, and now we've actually moved to 61.9%. This number is dropping just a little bit from what it was earlier as we watch this. 61.9% in favor of the abortion rights constitutional amendment. 38.1% say no. Let's move on to issue 2. We're talking about the legalization of recreational marijuana. A little bit of a closer vote. Again, now with about 23% of the estimated total vote in, saying that if we looked at this entire election, we expect about 2 million votes to come in out of the 8 million voters. Actually, yeah, that's about correct. The past 2 elections in November of 2019, November of 2021, we had about a 26% turnout of registered voters. So when we say the 23% of estimated voters of the total vote, that's what they're basing this on. Again, as we're looking at live results, we can see 56% saying yes, 43% saying no to legalizing recreational marijuana. I want to do a couple of different things here. I'm going to toggle back and forth between issue 1 and issue 2. Not to suggest that they are hand in hand, but it's very interesting to see that some counties, they vote yes for both or no for both. And then there are just a handful of counties that are saying yes to abortion, but no to marijuana. So let's go back to issue 1. I want you to notice counties like Stark County. Let me actually toggle this back and forth to make sure we still have, it's mainly these southern counties. When we start at Wayne County, down to Holmes County, over to Tuscarawas, and even in Carroll County, you can toggle between these and see that some of them, we're going to start here with issue 1. This is the abortion rights issue, and let's get back to just our totals. Keep an eye in that area of the counties that are for abortion so far, and then we can switch to the recreational weed issue, and they are suddenly against weed. So just something to notice. Let's look at Cleveland in general. The city of Cleveland, when it comes to issue 2, 64%, this is Cuyahoga County, 64% saying yes to the weed issue, 35.9% saying no. Let's stick to Lake County on the weed issue. Lake County saying 57.7% yes, 42.3% say no. We can see all these green counties around Northeast Ohio saying yes on the weed issue, but at varying levels. Here's one of the bigger ones, Summit County, 61% saying yes, 64% in Cuyahoga County. Let's switch to issue 1. When it comes to the abortion rights issue, let's look around Northeast Ohio. And in fact, we can zoom in here just a bit. Cuyahoga County, 78.1% at this point saying yes to the abortion issue. Lorain, 65.9%. Medina, 64%. 72% in Summit County, Portage 71%, Geauga 59%. So far in our viewing area, the only counties saying no are Ashland County, but look at how tight this vote is in Ashland, 49.1% to 50.9%. That is a difference of just 96 votes in Ashland County. Let's look at Holmes County in our viewing area saying no to the abortion issue. A much wider Difference of opinion there, 65.9% saying no in Holmes County. That's a difference of 745 votes. That is probably not going to turn green. I could see Ashland going one way or the other when it's just 96 votes, and we are early on here. Let's switch this to recreational weed. You can see a couple of more counties that were yes on the abortion issue, now no on the recreational weed issue. Ashland County, 56%, 56.7% saying no. When we go over to Wayne County, very tight here, 51.6% saying no on the weed issue, a difference of 252 votes. Holmes County, again, a bit of a bigger gap there, 66.8% saying no to recreational weed. Tuscarawas County, a much bigger gap now, 58.2%. Carroll County, 57.7% saying no on the weed issue. But when we look around Cuyahoga County, Lorain County, Erie, Huron, Medina, Summit, Portage, much bigger broad gaps on the weed issue. Portage County, 60.8% saying yes. I'm going to move us out onto our bigger state picture. The counties that are in white so far, nothing to report. Richland County, Merrill County, Licking County, Noble County, and last but not least, Montgomery County with nothing in as of yet. What I'm noticing, especially as here we are on our issue 2, we're going to stick with this for just a second. This is holding pattern to what we see in just about every election in the state of Ohio, whether it's a candidate running for president, for governor, or it's ballot issues. What we generally see is that our urban areas, Cleveland, Toledo, Columbus, Cincinnati, they lead the way generally, obviously leaning towards blue or the Democrats or liberals. When you get out into the rural counties, they are generally what we see as our rural counties, rural red. They voted for Donald Trump as opposed to blue counties that voted for Joe Biden. And you can see that holding form again tonight, at least on issue 2, the weed issue. Our major cities, Cincinnati, Columbus, Cleveland, those counties, so Franklin County for Columbus, in major support so far of the weed issue. Cleveland, major support of the weed issue. When we get up to Lucas County, which is Toledo, again, double-digit support. Let's take that same sort of view and let's switch this back to the abortion issue. It's a little bit not the same, especially when we get into these rural counties like Stark, not quite as rural, but when you look at Tuscarawas County, you've got Coshocton here, we've got Knox County. These are traditionally red rural counties, and yet they are voting for the pro-choice abortion issue, the abortion rights issue. Just something to notice as we get through a little bit more. We're at 25% of the estimated vote. Let's stick with issue 1 here, and I'm going to switch to my heat map. The heat map is going to be very simple to understand. The darker the color, whether it's red or green, the more in favor of either yes or no they are. So you can see so far the darkest green county is Athens County. Think OU, Ohio University, a very liberal county, and they are at 82% voting in favor of the abortion rights issue. We can look at our major metropolitan areas. Columbus at 78.9%. In Hamilton County, which houses Cincinnati, 75.1%. And we can come back up to Cuyahoga County at 78.1%. So a lot of times when we look at these maps and these numbers, you have to look at it this way. Is there enough red rural support to overturn the blue urban support for any given issue. And so that's what you have to look at. Let's look at Putnam County here. 83% saying no to the abortion rights. You can see the other darker red counties here, above 70% saying no to issue 1 and the abortion rights issue. We'll go back to our totals. We'll turn on our heat map. For the weed issue. Our darkest green county, yet again, it's Athens. It is down in OU country. 76.6% of the voters there say yes to recreational weed. When we look at Hamilton County, 67%, up in Toledo, 64%, almost 65%, and in Cuyahoga County, 74.1%. When we look at the counties who have the strongest no vote on the weed issue, again, it's Putnam County. Putnam County, the same county that has the highest no rate to the abortion issue, also has the highest no rate to the weed issue so far at 69.4%. Some more of our rural counties. We have Mercer County here on the border with Indiana, Darke County here at 65, and then again here in Holmes County with 66.8% so far saying no. I want you to notice the bottom of the screen here, we are now at 34% of the estimated total vote. We are using AP data, the Associated Press data here. They have not called these races for either the abortion issue or the weed issue. So these are still up for grabs. We're going to be on this all night. If you at home would like to use the exact same interactive maps that I've been using, go to cleveland19.com. We've given you access to the same software, the same issue, the same technology to flip through different issues, to flip through all the counties to see maybe how the county voted on issue 1 and issue 2 in your area. We have our 10 o'clock news coming up in just about an hour and 15 minutes on CW43, then our 11 o'clock news on Channel 19. If we do get the AP calling either one of these races, we'll come back to you live here on our digital properties. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News Now. Have a good afternoon.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us on social media at Cleveland 19 News.